We're always told to listen to our hearts, right? But what if your heart could give you actual, practical, scientific advice for managing stress? Well, that's exactly what we're digging into today. We're going to find out how the very organ we link to emotion is also the secret weapon for controlling how our bodies react to pressure. Okay, so we hear this phrase all the time, don't we? From doctors, from wellness gurus, you've got to manage your stress. But what does that even mean? It can feel so vague. It's not like there's a switch you can just flip off. So in this explainer, we're going to get super specific, breaking down what stress is really doing inside your body. And most importantly, what you can actually do about it. And it all starts with understanding this. Stress is basically a two-front war on your cardiovascular system. That's right, it's not just one thing coming at you. It's a full-on, coordinated attack. It hits your heart and your blood vessels from two different angles at the same time. And that's exactly what makes it so sneaky and so dangerous in the long run. So let's break down this attack. On one side, you've got the direct damage. When you get stressed, your body floods itself with hormones like cortisol and adrenaline. And listen, this isn't just a feeling, it's a physical assault. Your heart rate goes up, your blood pressure spikes. It's putting a huge strain on your entire system. Then, on the other side, you have the indirect damage. You know what I'm talking about. Stress pushes us toward those unhealthy habits, right? The overeating and maybe smoking, skipping that workout you planned. And here's the kicker. Both of these fronts work together, and that combo is what seriously, dramatically increases your risk for heart disease. And we are not talking about a small risk here. This is pretty staggering. Research from HeartMath found that high levels of anxiety can make some people up to 6 times more likely to suffer from sudden cardiac death. Just let that sink in for a second. 6 times. It's a really powerful reminder that what's going on in our heads has a very real, and sometimes fatal, impact on our hearts. Okay, so this brings us to a really crucial point. We tend to blame outside stuff for our stress, right? A crazy deadline at work, a tough conversation, traffic. But here's the thing. The research shows that's not the whole picture. The real culprit, the thing that's actually driving the stress response, it isn't the event. It's our emotional reaction to it. And we've got the science to back this up. This quote from the HeartMath Institute is so important. See, it's not just thinking about a stressful thing that makes your heart pound. It's when you re-experience the feeling, that anger, that frustration. That's what really flips the switch on all those damaging physical changes. Your body, it literally can't tell the difference between a threat that's happening right now and a memory of a threat, as long as the emotion is powerful enough. So, okay, if emotional chaos is the problem, then what's the solution? Well, it's a state that scientists call physiological coherence. I love this analogy. Think of your body like a symphony orchestra. When you're stressed, it's like every instrument is playing a different song at a different speed. It's just noise chaos. But coherence, that's when the conductor, which is your heart, gets everyone back in sync. It creates this powerful, harmonious state. And that is the perfect antidote to stress. And getting into that state of coherence, that's really the foundation of what we call resilience. Resilience isn't about never feeling stress. That's impossible. It's about how good you are at self-regulating your emotions. It's about being able to steer your body back into that smooth, coherent state and just adapt and bounce back when life, inevitably throws a curveball at you. All right, so this is where we get practical. Knowing all the science is great, but having actual tools you can use, that's what really counts. So let's open up this resilience toolbox and see what we've got inside. Okay, so when you feel that stress starting to bubble up, you need something quick, right? An in-the-moment fix. And you don't need hours. We're talking simple things suggested by places like Johns Hopkins, like taking a 10-minute walk. That can release endorphins that make you feel better. Or just calling a friend. Getting that connection can literally lower your blood pressure. Even something as small as noticing you're about to grab junk food and swapping it for a cup of tea. Doing that over and over can actually start to rewire your brain's stress response. The key is just to have a little list of go-tos ready. Now, here's a really powerful one you can do anywhere, anytime. It's called heart-focused breathing. Step 1, just focus your attention on your chest, right around your heart. Step 2, start to breathe a little slower, a little deeper than you normally do. A good rhythm to aim for is about 5 seconds in and 5 seconds out. And then step 3, this is the magic part. While you're breathing, try to generate a genuinely positive feeling. Think about your pet, someone you love, a place that makes you happy, whatever works for you. This simple little thing is basically a biological hack. It kicks your vagus nerve into gear. That's the superhighway between your heart and your brain. And it tells your whole nervous system, hey, we can calm down now. It switches you out of fight or flight and into that calm, coherent state. And I want to be clear, this isn't just some feel-good relaxation trick. This stuff is based on decades of solid research into how the heart and brain talk to each other. These techniques are scientifically validated. They measurably change your body's physiology, help you build that coherence, and really, truly improve your resilience to stress over the long haul. Okay, let's add another amazing tool to the toolbox. This one is called heartfulness. It's a type of heart-based meditation. So if the last technique was about shifting your state in the moment, think of heartfulness as more of a daily practice, a routine to cultivate a really deep sense of inner calm by diving into that connection between your heart and your mind. The heartfulness practice has 4 main parts, kind of a daily routine. First, you relax, just physically letting go of tension. Then you meditate, turning your focus inward to the heart. The third step is really unique. It's called cleaning. It's an evening practice where you intentionally let go of all the emotional junk you've picked up during the day. And finally, there's connect, a little practice before bed to just listen to your inner voice. Altogether, it's like a complete system for daily emotional hygiene. I love that term. You know, what's so fascinating is when you take a step back and look at the big picture. These modern science-backed techniques, they actually have so much in common with ancient wisdom and contemplative traditions. It's like there's this one unified message that humanity has been getting for centuries about how to handle our inner worlds. For example, look at this incredible quote from a Tibetan Buddhist master. He says that all the teachings, all of them, are basically just there for one reason, to subdue our own mind, which, if you think about it, is just another way of saying gain control over the emotional reactions that are triggering our stress response. It's the same idea. And that right there is a perfect echo of what modern science is telling us today. It doesn't matter what you call it, subduing the mind or emotional self-regulation, the core idea is exactly the same. Your ability to manage what's going on inside you is what determines your well-being. It's what determines your resilience. And this really brings it all home. You've got heart math, which is all about physiology and creating coherence. Then there's heartfulness, a meditation practice for inner calm. And then you have ancient wisdom like Buddhism, which is about subduing the mind. I mean, it's incredible, isn't it? That positive feeling heart math talks about, that's basically the same thing as the compassion that Buddhism has taught for centuries. They're all different paths, using different words, but they are all pointing to the exact same destination, getting a handle on your inner state. So the big takeaway here is this. We spend so much of our lives and so much energy trying to control everything on the outside, don't we? Our jobs, our relationships, our schedules. We think if we can just fix everything out there, then we'll finally feel calm inside. But that's a battle you can't win. The real power, the actual path to peace and to better health, is turning your attention inward. It's about building the skill to master your own internal world. And the key to unlocking that skill, as all of these different approaches show us, is learning how to listen to and regulate from your heart. And this might just be the most important mind shift of all. We usually think of our heart as just a victim of stress, right? Something that just takes a beating. But that is not the whole story. Your heart is also your most powerful resource. When you focus on it, when you learn how to intentionally shift its rhythms, you are tapping into your greatest ally in managing stress. So, we'll leave you with this one last question. If you actually quieted all the noise for a second, took a deep breath, and just listened, what is your heart's advice for you right now? Thanks for tuning in.